Holy crap, Funko brought the fire as terms to NYCC reveals. Let's talk about it.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up guys, I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing about the New York Comic Con 2022 Funko reveals. Now I would have done a video talking about the whole set of reveals yesterday, however for two reasons. One being that I wanted to kind of process my thoughts on the huge abundance of reveals, plus yesterday we had done our first Funko NFT video on the channel, which if you guys haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend it because I did pretty well as terms of that drop. So kicking off, we have ourselves a new Polly Pigeon and Pizza Rat for the Pop Icons lineup. Now these are a little meh. We've seen these for, I believe now, the third New York Comic Con in a row where we've gotten a Polly Pigeon and we've gotten a Pizza Rat. At least it's not two different versions where one has to be a limited piece count and then the other ones are just sent to the Funko shop. For the Retro Toys lineup, we have ourselves the Polaroid land camera and a Rubik's Cube. These are a little odd. Already a Rubik's Cube does not have eyes, and especially a camera does not have eyes, but I'm gonna kind of let it slide as terms of the Rubik's Cube, but the camera does look a little odd though. Next up for the Add Icons lineup, we have ourselves the KABOOM cereal clown. I mean, this definitely makes sense. We already had the Funko Soda figure that released for San Diego Comic-Con last year, I believe, so now it is being made into a Funko Pop version, and I'm sure people are gonna buy it since a lot of people could not get that soda. For the movies lineup, we have ourselves Borat with flag and suit from, of course, Borat. There's only two words to describe this Funko Pop. Very nice. For the Pop Rocks lineup, we have ourselves Notorious B.I.G. with gold suit and fedora. Now this is okay, but we've seen a lot of Notorious B.I.G. pops. This has got to be at least, and I'm not even exaggerating the number, the 10th Notorious B.I.G. pop that we have had since Funko has started making the new versions of the Notorious B.I.G. pops. For the Star Wars lineup, first we got ourselves an Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones, and then a B2EMO for the upcoming Disney Plus series Andor. The Anakin Skywalker is pretty sweet actually. I have been waiting a long time for the Obi-Wan Kenobi Padawan pop, and they had released that with the new Duel of Fates Pop Deluxe set, and now we have Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones, which basically has the same hairdo that Obi-Wan had in Phantom Menace, and this is really awesome, holding the two different colored lightsabers. And then the B2EMO, I mean, I don't really know much about this because Andor is not released yet as of obviously the recording of this video. For the television lineup, we have ourselves Jimbo and Kearney from The Simpsons. Now this is a really cool set of Simpsons pops, especially for Comic-Con exclusives. I like when Funko does this with certain lineups where they make these obscure characters, I guess, for Comic-Con exclusives instead of doing revamps of the already existing pops of main characters. And I felt like this should have been a 2-pack instead of 2 singular pops. Funko announced 2 Disney pops as we have ourselves Clarabelle Cow and Professor Owl. Like I mentioned with the KABOOM cereal clown, they had made the Funko Soda figures previously, and now they are made into Funko Pop form. It's really cool that we got them in pop form now. They look very simplistic but detailed at the same time. We have 2 pops for the Disney Pixar lineup, which we have Kit Bull, which is a pop and buddy, and then we have Merida from Brave. Kit Bull is such a deep cut short as terms to Pixar. It's really cool that Funko is actually doing a pop of Kit Bull. And then we have Merida from Brave, which it's not exactly the Pixar movie that I would have wanted as terms to a Funko Pop for New York Comic Con. I mean, you can kind of look at the side of my wall here and kind of tell what Pixar movie I would have rather wanted. But overall, I do like this Merida more than I like the Merida with the gold dress for the Disney Ultimate Princess lineup. Funko announced 2 more Disney pops as we have ourselves Roger Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and we have Smee with Skull Rock Pop Town from Peter Pan. Both of these pops are pretty decent. Once again, with the Who Framed Roger Rabbit pop, this is Roger Rabbit with the kisses all over him, like the chase figure of the Funko Soda. And then you have the Pop Town, which is really cool because it almost looks like it's a pop ride of Smee riding the boat, but then you also get the Skull Rock as a Pop Town at the same time. So you're kind of getting more bang for your buck as terms, so you're kind of getting a pop ride and a town at the same time. For the movies lineup, we have ourselves Guy from Free Guy. This is one of those announcements where if you would have told me that there was going to be a Free Guy Funko Pop, I don't think I would have believed you. It's one of those things that I feel like it would be cool if they do, but I don't think they're gonna do, and they did it here, and I think it's really awesome. Funko announced 3-liter Funko Soda figures, which first off, we have ourselves a Maleficent as Dragon, limited to 15,000 pieces, and we'll have a Diamond Collection Chase, and we have ourselves Juggernaut for the Marvel lineup, limited to 10,000 pieces, and we'll have a Destroyed Mass Chase. Once again, it's cool that we are seeing more 3-liter sodas. I'm not entirely the biggest fan of Maleficent as Dragon, but I do really enjoy the Juggernaut soda. I think that's really cool, and I think that's really the only way you can do the chase as terms to Juggernaut. Then 2 regular size Funko sodas were announced by Funko, as we have Phoenix, which is limited to 8,000 pieces, which is going to be a red suit with yellow eyes chase, and we have Shuri from Black Panther, which will have a glow-in-the-dark chase, limited to 10,750 pieces. The Dark Phoenix, meh, but the Shuri is really cool because, first of all, I like Black Panther, and second of all, this kind of ruined my video from Tuesday because I did predict this as a soda that could have been a Winter Convention 2022 exclusive, but at least it's revealed here for New York Comic Con. Funko announced 3 Marvel Pops for NYCC, which we have ourselves the Statue of Liberty from Spider-Man No Way Home, Groot from I Am Groot, and Nick Fury for the upcoming Secret Invasion movie. The Statue of Liberty is a little bit meh because I believe this is based off, obviously, the scene of the huge battle near the end of the movie on the Statue of Liberty, which I feel like if that was what they were going for, then I feel like shouldn't this have been pulled off as like a 10-inch pop or maybe even an 18-inch pop? I think that would have been insane. The Groot pop is okay, and the Nick Fury was a little bit surprising, especially because it's for Secret Invasion, a movie that I believe is not releasing for another year or 2. Funko announced 3 pops for the television lineup, which first off we have ourselves Mona Lisa Saperstein from Parks and Recreation, Halloween Kelly Kapoor from The Office, and we got ourselves Uhtred from The Last Kingdom. Now, I don't really remember this scene as terms to Parks and Recreation, so I can't really relate to this pop all that much, but it's cool that we do have an Office pop for New York Comic Con because I was starting to believe we weren't going to get any Comic Con exclusive pops for The Office this year. And this one's a little meh, I can be completely honest. And the Uhtred, I have no idea about The Last Kingdom, so I'm not really going to talk about it. For the movies lineup, we have ourselves a pop of Kayla from Jurassic World Dominion. I still have yet to see this movie, so I have no idea about this character, but from the detail I'm looking at, pretty decent with the hair. Next up, Funko had announced 4 DC Comics pops, which we are ourselves Red Superman, comic book version of Aquaman, Star Sapphire from Green Lantern, and Emperor Joker from Batman. Red Superman is pretty decent, but at the same time, we already had the Blue Superman from last year's Festival of Fun, so I mean, it's nothing too exciting. We got the Aquaman, which is also pretty decent for a comic book version. Star Sapphire is looking pretty sweet. And then Emperor Joker has a lot of detail involved. It's a really cool looking Joker, especially how they have a mouth added to it. We got 2 Harry Potter pops for the 20th anniversary wave of Chamber of Secrets, which we have ourselves Harry Potter with the Gryffindor sword and Basilisk Fang, and we got Neville Longbottom with the Pixies. The Neville Longbottom scene was pretty funny, so I do like the idea that Funko made this into a pop, and I was actually very curious if Funko was going to actually make a Harry Potter pop involving the Basilisk Fang and him stabbing the diary, so I guess this is as close as we're gonna get for this pop, which it also looks pretty decent. Funko announced 2 more Funko soda figures, which we got ourselves Jon Stewart from Green Lantern, limited to 9,500 pieces with a glow-in-the-dark chase, and we have ourselves Grape Ape from the Grape Ape Show, which is a black light soda, and this is going to be limited to 5,500 pieces. These sodas are okay. I mean, we've already seen a Green Lantern soda before, but I do like the glow-in-the-dark aspect because green is always a good color when it glows. And then we got the Black Light Grape Ape, which I think is pretty decent with the colors involved. I just kind of find it odd that what the chase is what's advertised in the can and not the comic. Funko announced 2 pops for the animation lineup, which we got ourselves Yosemite Sam in the Black Knight outfit from Looney Tunes, and we have ourselves Swamp Fire from Ben 10. I do like the fact that Funko made a Yosemite Sam pop. It's really cool. And then with the Ben 10 pop, we recently got the Funko Soda figure, so it's cool that we actually have a pop involved with the series now too. Next up for the television and animation lineups respectively, we have ourselves Ted Lasso, Coach Beard from Ted Lasso, and we got ourselves Gloomy the Naughty Grizzly, which has both a normal and flocked version. This Ted Lasso is pretty decent compared to the one from SDCC, but I can't really talk about it much because I have not seen the series yet. And then this Gloomy pop is so weird. Like, I mean, why make a normal version and a flocked version for Comic-Con instead of making one just a normal common version and then the other being an exclusive for Comic-Con? Next up for the Retro Toys lineup, we have ourselves Sergeant Slaughter from G.I. Joe. This is actually really awesome because obviously Sergeant Slaughter being a WWE wrestler, or former WWE wrestler at this point, and he did make an appearance for G.I. Joe at one point, so it's cool that they're kind of honoring him in the Retro Toys lineup, but it is a WWE pop at the same time, so I think that's pretty sweet. For the television lineup, we have ourselves Steve with the handy dandy notebook from Blue's Clues. This is amazing. I can't say anything bad about this. We all have been wanting a Steve pop since the Blue's Clues pops were announced, and now we have basically the perfect set. If you have either the common or the chase, or not the chase, but the flocked exclusive of Blue, now you have Steve to go along with it. For the Retro Toys lineup, we have ourselves the crossover of TMNT and Power Rangers with Michelangelo as the Yellow Ranger and Raphael as the Red Ranger. We kind of figured this was coming with obviously the Leo and Donnie pops that came out for SDCC and the Green Ranger Shredder from FunCon, that we were kind of expecting these two to happen at New York Comic Con, and these look obviously great, and I can't wait to see someone get, like, I guess all 5 of the crossover pops and kind of put them together to see how they look. Funko had announced 4 anime pops from different animes. First off, we have the 5-headed dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Itadori with glasses from Jujutsu Kaisen, a 2-pack from Ouran High School Host Club, and we got ourselves a Luffy with Going Merry pop rides from One Piece. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Pop is pretty sweet. I mean, I collect Yu-Gi-Oh! Pops and I'm trying to get a full set, so I will be getting this. However, I felt like they could have went with a different dual monster, like example, a flocked Karibo, or maybe even a summoned Skull for this selection, but overall, it's still pretty cool. The Jujutsu Kaisen pop, I mean, we've gotten Itadori already as terms to the Comic-Con exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con. Now we have a different one, which I mean, it's not entirely the greatest in my opinion. The 2-pack for the anime that I have never really seen before, it's okay. They look exactly the same. It's just maybe the suits are switched up. I don't exactly know. And then we have the One Piece pop rides, which looks amazing. This thing looks crazy with the detail of the boat. I think this is going to be a huge seller. Continuing on with more anime from Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z, we have ourselves Ultra Instinct Goku with Kamehameha and Ultra Instinct Goku Sign, plus a second form Cell. These are okay. I mean, did we really need 2 Gokus for Comic-Con? Not really. I even think we could have been fine with just the one Cell and no Gokus. Next up, we have ourselves Eric Draven from The Crow, which will be limited to 16,500 pieces. And the chase is... I actually have no idea what the chase is. I can't exactly tell what the chase is. That is weird. Oh, okay, I can see. It has the crow in his hand. Okay. This is not bad. I feel like a lot of people are going to want to get this because I know the Crow Pop, I believe, is worth a decent amount of money. So now to get the soda... that's really cool. Next up, we have ourselves a Stranger Things and Dungeons & Dragons crossover 2-pack with both of the pops being Vecna. No comment. Next up, we have ourselves a Glitter Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas, which will be part of a Pop and Bag bundle, which will be limited to 3,000 pieces. This is okay. I mean, the backpack is really cool, but I mean, did we really need the glitter pop? Not really, but at least it's 3,000 pieces, so it's only a certain amount being made. Next up, we have ourselves the Frankenstein Pop Mask. This is pretty decent. It fits the Halloween mold because it's Frankenstein, so that's pretty decent. And last but not least, we have ourselves a Frightmare on Fun Street t-shirt. This is really cool. Once again, I'm loving the idea of Funko actually making t-shirts where it's a big logo on the front and nothing on the back instead of the small logo on the front and the big logo on the back. I just think it's pointless when they do that. So when they make shirts like this, It's awesome. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on my discussion about New York Comic Con reveals, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let me know what you are planning on getting for New York Comic Con. And as said in the little intro, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.